Okay, welcome back, and we're into episode 2 of our Satisfactory playthrough. Last episode we landed, gathered up some wood and stuff, found iron node, found copper node, found limestone, and started doing some setup. We built our equipment workshop. We have a smelter and a constructor. And we have power, but we ran out of fuel, if you recall. And that's okay. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Now, the first episode I know was long. It's like a little over an hour. So, hey, hats off to you if you actually watched the whole thing. I appreciate it. But we got all the hub upgrades we needed. And now we're kind of on our own. We're no longer in the onboarding process. So it's up to us now to figure out where we want to go next. So, let's take a look. All right, Tier 1. Field research, that'll get us the map and the MAM. Inventory slots, hand slot, we're really going to want that. And of course logistics, so we can have mergers and splitters. We really want all of these right off, but especially base building, because this will help us keep things neat and clean. And I'd kind of like to maximize, you know what, maybe I'll go for this right off the bat here, because I want to be able to maximize our production while trying to keep the videos about a half an hour each. So part of the organization really is being able to have foundations and ramps and walls aligned to a grid. So let's just select this milestone. I want to go for it right away. And we'll deal with power and all that stuff as we need it. So we need 200 concrete. What do we have? Not enough. So we're gonna need limestone. Steel plates, we got 42, we're almost there, and a whole lot of rods. So let me gather up. Oh, wait a minute, we can make biomass. Yes, I forgot we unlocked that the last one. So I'm gonna fire up some biomass leaves. These do go pretty quick. And then I'll get the generator running again. Go. So now we can put the biomass in there, and it uses 6.67 a minute, so that's pretty good. That'll last a little bit. We're going to need to make more. So we got iron ingots going in. Let's top that off. What are we making in here at this point? Iron plates. Oh, and we almost have enough. We need 58. I can actually flip to standby once we get to 6. Come on. 7. Oh, there's 8. Okay, cool. Put it on standby. Take those. Now we've got our 100 steel plates. And let's switch the recipe to the rods. Start. There we go. And so we're going to start building the rods there. And so concrete, we need to go get more limestone. So we'll run over and do that real quick. Oh, wow, okay. Fly things have not respawned yet, that's good. That's iron. All right. Limestone. Limestone. And back to base. Oh, what do we have over here? Another iron. Huh. There's lots of iron nodes around here. Oh yeah, we're going to need a lot of this. Let's come over here and grab some more wood. Oh, get some berries too. Alright, this should be pretty good for a little bit. Oh, let's gonna head back. Let's make us some concrete. We need 200. I'm not sure we actually have enough do that? No, we only got 6. We can make 66 out of 200. So yeah, it's going to be a few runs of doing that. So let me hop on that, and we'll get the concrete going. I'll make a couple of runs back and forth for the limestone, and when we get closer to 200, we'll be back. I'm just going to edit it out because there's no need for you to watch me going back and forth for limestone. So we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so 2 or 3 runs to the limestone. Now I have enough concrete for the base building milestone. And also I should say, I don't want to get too far ahead on these milestones because of the hard drives. So to explain that a little bit, those crash sites that have a hard drive, you collect the hard drives and you research them in the MAM. And then what it does is it gives you alternate recipes for things like the iron plates, iron bars, or iron rods, concrete. And some are more efficient than others. But the more tiers you unlock, it's a random pool of what you get, and it's based on what tier you're on. So if you have unlocked all the tiers, and then you start doing hard drives, you're going to be hard-pressed to get what you need for the early game stuff. So I try to do the hard drives as best I can early on, so that I can finish out a tier before I go to the next tier. It doesn't always work out that way, but it's something I try to do, and eventually maybe I'll get there. But anyway, let's complete this milestone. We give it all, again, I'm doing a control click, so it put all 200 it needed in there, and then we'll control click this, and control click the rods. Oh, 1. Oh, shoot. How's the constructor doing? 92, but it's out of ingots. Why? You're out of ore. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to wait for 8 more rods, and we'll see when they're done. Actually, I only need 7 more rods, because I had put one in there already. So let's just take those and head on over. Let this guy keep going. Alright. There we go. Ooh, this is different. It's not just a little button to upgrade anymore. Ready for launch. Oh, that space thing's gonna go up, that's right. Haha. Here we go, let's watch that.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
That's pretty cool. Doesn't get old. Alright, so let's see what we have. We unlocked... Yep, a lookout tower, all the foundations, and basic walls. Excellent. So, we open our build menu. New space elevator. Production. New miner mark 1. That's awesome. It takes iron plates, concrete, and a portable miner. Alright. Power. New power line. Well, no, we unlocked that a little while ago. We just haven't been in this menu. Conveyor belt mark 1. That's all new. Lookout tower. Storage container. And here's all the new stuff. Ramps and foundations. We need a bunch of steel plates and concrete for all these. Same. Steel plates and concrete. Alright, I think I'm going to stock up on some steel plates and some concrete. That means I don't think I need to keep rods going. Iron plates. Alright, we'll get them going. You know what? Let me put my ingots that I have in there. And that's copper ore. Alright, so I'm gonna get the plates going. I'm gonna go fill this up, get some more ore to put in there.
Exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Oh yeah, he's back. Ah, nice. Alright, so I'm gonna run around, basically pick up some more iron and some more limestone for more concrete. And again, that's just gonna be running back and forth, so I'll cut that out, and I'll be back with you when I have a good stockpile of ore to put into our smelter, and some limestone to make some concrete. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, bringing back in a little early here. I did one round of gathering some ore, and then I just realized something. We have a container now. So if I build a container, storage container, oh, I need plates. All right, let's go to the constructor. Oh yeah, plates, cool. What I could do now is if I create a container here, again, it's not gonna be pretty at the moment, and it doesn't have to be. Just kind of aim it there, right? And then I'll use my hotkey 3 for a conveyor belt, so 3 on the keyboard. Out of there, into there, and then all I gotta do is put, if I E for this, you take all my iron ore and put it in the container, and the container will put the ore into the smelter, into the constructor, and actually, if I make a container out here, on the input side, and then 3, oh, that might not work. Yeah, that's, nope. All right, destroy it, because I'll get all my ingredients back. Q, storage container, something like that maybe? Will that work? Yeah, that'll work. So now all the plates can come out into a container, or if I switch the recipe, it'll be rods that go out there. It doesn't really matter. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'll keep those plates going. I'm going to go collect some more resources to put in that container. So, and the limestone. And we'll be back in a bit. Okay, I've done a little bit of that. I need to check. I still need to get the limestone, but I want to check on our biomass burner. It's still got 108, so that's doing all right, but I want to top it off. So let's go see what we can make real quick with the different leaves we've picked up. 75 biomass. Ooh, 920 biomass out of wood. How much wood do I have? 186. 186 wood gives me 920 biomass wood, and 150 leaves gives me 75 wood is much better. If you can find wood, get wood. Absolutely. Alright, so I'm going to make this biomass and top off the generator. Then I'm going to get the limestone, and we'll be back. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so we have our concrete now. And what I did while I was away there doing it back and forth, I actually built a couple of more portable miners. And added portable miners on the limestone over there, because it takes 3 limestone to make 1 concrete. So I'm going through limestone like crazy, and only had 2 miners over there, which would give me 200. So it's only 66 concrete per trip. So I doubled it to 120 a trip now by adding 2 more portable miners. But in any event, let's go over to our constructor. How you doing? You still got plenty of ore. You have, oh yeah, it's not storing there anymore. It's storing in here. 232, great. I'm gonna need some rods. So let's E to configure, change the recipe to rods, let that run while we're doing other stuff. Also, I want to check the O for the codex. That's it, codex. I want to look at the buildings and find out what it's going to cost to build. Where is it? Oh, miner mark 1, there it is. The drill, steel plates, and concrete. So we could actually build a miner. Normal extraction rate is 60 resources a minute. All right. Where do I want to start? I think we'll start that on the limestone, believe it or not. So we'll hop over here. The bug things still have not showed up, and that's okay. I prefer that. So really what we can do here is we should be able to build foundations now. Shoot, do I have enough inventory room? We'll see. Open, pick up the miner. Open, pick up the miner. Open this, and by picking it up, it also, you can see it maintains the limestone we've collected already, so pick up the miner, and then we can, I was gonna hop up there, hello, there we go. We build a foundation over this by going into our queue for build under foundations. Select one, see it's under the limestone, so if I press E, a couple things about the build here for foundations and some things. The build mode is changed with the R key, and the R key on your keyboard will change it from default to zoop or vertical, and I'll show you what each of those are in just a second. But E cycles between the sizes, so if we looked at our build menu, we have foundation 1 meter, 2 meter, and 4 meter. Hitting the E key lets you select between these three without having to open this menu again. So if we start with 1, and no, it's too small, go to 2, it's still, go to 4, yeah, it's just covering it. And when you want to place it down, you just click it. But what I like to do personally is if you hold the control key, it lines up with the world grid. So as long, if you do world grid everywhere, then you're always going to be, you know, if you connect buildings, they'll align in the end, in the long run. So let's start. We're in default mode, so let me hit the R key. I'll show you. Default is just this. It builds one, and then you have to line up and do the next one. So I'm going to rotate to that. But if I hit R key and go to zoop, I can click once to say I want to start there, and then move, and it can do a couple of foundations at a time. So, and if I only want one, I can just click twice. Right? There we go. So now I got some foundations to work with. And we should be able to, oh yeah, and if you're in the build tool and you right mouse button, it opens the build menu for you again. So now we go to production, miner mark 1. Yep, we have it. And our base right now is that way. So probably want to have the output kind of facing that way, and we can route conveyor belts or whatever we need that way. All right, it's going to require power. Let's see. What if I did foundations? I'm going to set a hotkey on this. I'm going to start with the 4 meter, and basically what you can do to set a hotkey down here is you hover over the item and then press a number on your keyboard. Like for instance, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. So if I hit 5, boom, that puts the foundation 4 meter bound to my hotbar. So now when I'm out here, all I gotta do is hit 5, and then I can zoop out some foundations. And that's kind of where I wanted it to go. Then we're gonna have to go that way. Or maybe I'll just make a little, maybe I'll just do the factory right here. We'll give it its own biomass generator and everything. So let's do some deleting with the F key. And here, if you hold control, you can do a multi-delete. And it does give you all your resources back that you used to build it. There we go. So now, what I think I might do is actually come out this way. Oh, another too, if you click your scroll wheel, if you have the middle click option on your mouse, it changes to it's going to build whatever you're aiming at. So if I were to aim at the miner, click the middle mouse wheel, now I'm building a miner. If I look at a foundation, click the mouse wheel, now I'm building a foundation. So that's a good thing to keep in mind too. So that way, maybe another row this way, and this nut tree we'll leave there because we'll be able to pick up the nuts when they respawn through the foundation, which is cool. Alright, so we'll do power generation back here, I think. Maybe this corner. Biomass burner. Oh, I don't have enough rods for it. But okay, we'll do that. But then I'm also going to want... it doesn't need a smelter, actually. Limestone straight to concrete. So we could do it this way. Now if I hold control, it lines up for me. And I can see the green line there. It should be lined up. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, so I should be able to put a belt now between the miner and the constructor. And the constructor, if I set it to concrete, takes 45 per minute and makes 15 concrete per minute. Well, the miner is going to extract 60 per minute. So we don't have quite enough to use 2 constructors. So we'll just have to wait on this one, but we'll get some concrete going here. And then what we're going to do is make a little foundation here so that I can put a container, which I need more rods for. All right, let me run back and get some rods. I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm back with the rods. So, we've got some biomass from when we built the biomass generator. So let you hit the storage container. Hold control to keep it lined up. Just push it down, and then my hotkey 3 for a conveyor belt. So we're all set up now to be able to extract the limestone. And this is going to construct it into concrete and put it in a container. So we can actually take back some resources, I think. If I put the biomass burner here. There's the power pole for it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Do it this way. Right there. And walk up to it, configure it. Yes, it will put out 30 megawatts as opposed to the 20 apiece on the back of the hub. So that's pretty cool. Let's throw some biomass in it. It can hold 200, all right. And if I'm not mistaken, I have enough to be able to make a power pole to be able to power both these things. Let's see. I have enough line, that's good. And yep, power pole. Start the miner and the constructor. So there goes the miner. Digging down in there. Pretty cool. So it's starting to spit out limestone. Constructor's starting to go. And we got bags of concrete coming out. Cool. So that's automated now. It'll keep going until the biomass runs out. But it's doing 10 per minute, 200. That's 20 minutes of running time. So, yeah, we're good for a little while. Alright, so I can reclaim some of these foundations then for the moment. Get some of my resources back. There we go. Yeah, want to keep those. Take that one. All right. So I got some concrete going. How much concrete do I have on me? Sort. 161, so we're pretty good there. 169 steel plates. All right. I think next I want to go back and clean up my base area and put it on some foundations as well. And that might end up being it for this episode. Just a little bit of tidying up in our first fully automated production of limestone. So let's see, where might be a good area? I mean, this is a pretty flat area out here, but there are some hills. So I almost think I want to start at the top of a hill, like this, and go 5, and then maybe, yeah, and then align to the world grid. Do that, right? We'll find that because it's a shorter one, there's a gap underneath. Crouch. And then even over here, we could come under it. But that's okay. We might want to do something like that for resources as well. Have them come up through the floor later on or something. Alright. So yeah, let's do some more foundations here. Not enough. Alright, need a lot more sheets, iron sheets and concrete. Let me rustle those up. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're back. I have enough to make some more foundations, I believe. So let's see. About 4. It's almost over them. 1 more. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I think a 2.
Harvest.
Yeah, I can't quite get there yet. Oh, wait, you know what? Maybe I can. Let's try that. Hit my right mouse button to open this build menu. Let's take these ramps.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Can I build a ramp up to it? Ha!
Comply.
So now we can come get this thing and Creepy Ada will shut up. Collecting summer sloop. Whip.
Breaking news from Earth.
Alright.
Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges
Sliding
all
downhill.
citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
Now we can deconstruct all this. So we shouldn't hear that voice anymore around this area, which would be nice. So let's come in here and E, let's pick it up. E and pick it up. Uh-oh. Well, when that crate appears, that means that we didn't have enough room in our tab inventory to be able to store what's in there. 100. Okay, so we're gonna have a miner on this. Where do I have? There's 100 now. Throw that away. Grab all that. Good. Now back up here. What if I did 4? Snap to world grid. Okay. And then build. We have enough material. Yeah, we do. So let's one there. Oh, there was only one node here, wasn't there? Or is there two? You know what? I don't recall. Well, not quite centered still. But that's alright. So we'll build it that way. And then let's take these foundations. That's not quite going to cover that. Again, gotta get rid of some stuff. Get rid of the copper. Get rid of the iron ore. Pick up the miner. Get rid of the iron ore. Pick up the miner. Okay, keep the iron ore. 5. So 1 almost covered. We'll do a 2. Align to the world grid. I think that about covers it. And then build another miner. Point that way. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. And then one more miner. Point that way. So this one's going to be iron ore 60 per minute. Pick up all this stuff we're going to need for biomass anyway. That's pretty good. Oh, almost lines up with that. Oh, so you know what we could do? Let's zoop this over there. And then maybe put in... We do a ramp? 1 meter? Yeah, it'll clip a little bit, but yeah, we could do that. That kind of evens that out. And then maybe a ramp here too. Sorta. So kind of sorta in there. I'm not sure I'm liking this very much, but all right. Do we have to lift yet? Logistics. No, we don't have a lift yet. That's in the next milestone. But that's okay. So let's do this to here. Actually, too steep. Still too steep. All right. So it'll just come out to here. And this one come out to the middle. We'll deal with all this clipping stuff in a bit. To make a good 90-degree turn, if you want to go down this middle here, You have to be on this line and then go 1, 2 back, place it, and then from here you just turn into the middle and go. Right now these belts can only do 60 per minute, which is exactly what the drill's gonna do. Oh. Stay in the middle. So we should probably just right to here. Okay. Now this one. Almost in that. That's good enough. All right. Probably should have put this guy over there, but that's all right. Let's take him out. Bring him along this way. Bring it way up for a minute. So then that's where I want it to start. So 4 is one of these pillars. Let's see if that works out the way I'm hoping it will. Alright, well there's going to be clipping on that belt too, but actually no. Let me do it a little bit different. Delete that. Right, and then I said I wanted it to be here. Raise it up 1. And that's almost what I was hoping for. Close enough for now, because a lot of this is going to end up having to change again anyway. So now we'll just run it along. Make it come downhill a little faster. All right. So now we're going to have 3 iron miners bringing 60, 120, 180 iron ore up this way. Which sure beats the heck out of that setup. I have to give it a minute and think about what I want to do here. Definitely gonna need smelters, and the smelters do 30 per minute. So I could do 6 smelters and get 120 ingots per minute. So that's the next thing. I'm gonna start setting up smelters. So we're gonna take a short break here. You won't really notice it, but I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I just had a thought while I was stepped away for a moment, and I don't have any logistics. I don't have any belt splitters or mergers or anything yet. So as much as I can feed 6 smelters, and I'll set up 6, I can only run 3 at the moment until we unlock that tier milestone that has the splitters and the mergers and the lift. I think the lift's included. So I'm going to set up for 6. I think they're one foundation each. Let's take a peek, see. And sorry about doing that, one foundation. Is it? I watch videos sometimes and people do that, and I'm like, wow, that makes me dizzy. So I said I'll never do that, and I just did. So apologies. I'll try not to do that again. Anyway, so let's see. Production, smelter. And we have, all right, it's coming up. I want at least one foundation in between. And yeah, they kind of do take up one whole one if I keep them spaced out properly. Okay. We'll do that. And let me... I'm going to do 6. I hold my control, it keeps them aligned. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Oh, see, I screwed that one up. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to keep them spaced out for the moment. But aligned that way, that's what I want. A little bit of walking room in between them. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need one more. Okay. So now we're set up for the 6 we're gonna be able to do. But I can only run 3. Uh-oh. I am out of concrete. That's what... Yeah. No, not quite okay. Alright, let's run over and grab some concrete. I'll take you with me this time, I think, and we'll find out how it's going in Concrete World. There we come. Still running. 295. Well, not great, but we'll expand that later on. And we'll get to this iron node as well. I noticed on the scanner in the early game there that there was even some more further back, so we might take a look at those eventually for iron. I'd like to find another limestone or two though. Yeah, so foundation, one more there, 3, I want it to come here, so 4, here's what I want it to go in there, that's lined up, 1, 2, okay, and then this one from the center of this belt, 1, 2, like that. Get rid of that, get rid of that, and now I need 4, 1, 2. Now a belt, can I get it on all the way down there? Yep. So this should give us some pretty nice right angles here. then this guy, I want to feed this machine. One, two. Build them there. One, two. Actually, that should be fine. I'm gonna hit undo this, and then 3 for the belt. Okay, 1, 2. It was perfect. And now this guy can come in here. And lastly, I don't think this is going to be quite the right kind of angle, so I could probably go to this one. I like to have neat belts if I can. This one, right about here. Not quite what I was hoping for, but it'll do. Okay. So then all these are going to be iron. Oh, and when you're pointing at one, if you set a recipe with iron, you can hit Control C. It'll copy what you have a setting in there. And then we skip this one, come to this one, and you can just hit Control V. There, settings pasted. So now this smelter will do the same thing as the last one. Paste, and there we go. All right. It's going to be clipping a little bit, but that's okay. Pretty soon we're not going to need this at all. What's in there? If you hit the destroy tool, I can see it's only iron plates and iron rods. That was the cost of construction, so there's nothing in there. So we can just get rid of this stuff. Don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. I'll leave that. Well, it's yellow, so it's not operating. It's got an ingot in it. That's okay. We'll take. That's fine. Get rid of that. Let's see. Let me think for a second. Okay. So now I'm going to go into figuring we're going to 30 iron ingots per minute, and a constructor is going to take 30. For the moment, I'll put the constructors right in front. Line them up. 1, 2, skip 1, 3, but I need more cable. Can I make cable? Yes, I can. These happen pretty quick, so we'll just kind of live through it. Good enough. Just need to make one more of these. 2, we skip that one, so it's going to come in front of this one. 3, 4. I hit my 3 hotkey to be able to do belts. Alright, and now constructors. Put 1 at iron plates. Takes 30, makes 20. 1 iron rod, 15 per minute. 15 per minute. Yeah, I really want splitters, man. We'll get those. And rods. Yep. And then we'll get those going. clipping a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to set up one storage container for the moment, because we will get those splitters probably the next episode. This is just a bit of cleanup. That's for the plates, and then this one will be for the rods. Okay, belts. And then when we get the mergers and splitters, I'll be able to come out of here and merge into that line to put rods in there. Alright, so now it's power. Where do I want power? What do we have in here? Take all that, dismantle this. Need to power all those. I think I might make a little power plant section over here. And power, biomass generators. Oh, wire. Oh no. I am out of wire. I can't make any, so I need to go get some copper. That should be right over here, I thought. Yep, there it is. There's one bug thing over there. Alright, I'm going to wait for this to fill up again so I can make some more wire, and we'll be right back. Alright, so that's filled up again. It actually filled up twice, and I had to step away for a minute. You won't notice the difference, but it's been probably 20 minutes since the game sat here. I'm thinking I might be out of power over this way. Actually, I'm not really running much, though. Limestone might be out of power. But what was I doing? I was building... Container, oh, that's right, power. That's what I was doing. So if I do build menu, biomass burner. Oh, right, I got the ingots, I still have to make the wire. See what happens when you step away for 20 minutes and to you it's nothing. It was like a second. Alright, here we go. I need to make copper ingots, and then the wire. Oh, here we go. Starting those up. Hello. No room in the inventory. Alright. That's it. Over to my personal storage. Let's put in the miners. So I'm not going to need those for a bit. The one limestone. Oh, that's iron ore. That can go in there. Okay. Now we have some room. Alright, there we go. Copper ingots. Then we'll see when it's closer to 0. Alright, copper ingots are about done, which means now I can switch to wire. Spacebar on that, and let it roll. It's pretty quick, but still, when we got 580 to go. So we'll see when this is closer to 0. See you in a minute. Okay, wire is created. So we should be good there now. So let's hop back over and see about making our power. If I did this right. Yay, it's blue. Okay. So we'll put one there. One there. one there. So that's 90 megawatts. How many do we need? This is going to take 4. And this one with, I think it's also, yeah, it's going to be 4. So there's 12. And then each of these takes 4. So another 12. And then I'm going to want to power these over here. We got 24 and 5 megawatts. And there's 3 of them, so that's 15. 24 and 15, 39. So if each of these makes 30, I'm going to need to run 2 of them for sure. Okay. Which means I'm going to need biomass. Sort. Put 200 in there. Do I have more over here? I don't think we're going to use these anymore. But yeah, I can take that one. And destroy this. Da-da-da. And come in here. What have I got? Like I got a little bit. So I'll make that up real quick. And we'll make this up real quick. Oh well. We'll come back to our power section. That one I just filled up. This one, sort 200 in there. And now the power grid. Let's, oh, hello. They're right there. So I'm going to want to do power poles. I'm going to do 20. 1. 2. We're gonna need one here. 3. 4 for now. And then one. 2. 3. So let's hook up our machines. Excuse me, missing one here. Don't know why I hooked this one up because we're not using it yet. So let's unhook it. Take that cable back. We got 1, 2, 3 hooked up. We have 1, 2, and then we'll use that one to hook up this guy. 3, and then I'm going to want to run power this way, and we'll probably 1, 2, 3. I have to stretch out these power poles for the moment. Put that there. And then this one can do 1, 2. Oh, missing cable. All right. Gotta go grab some cable. Which means I gotta make cable. We should have plenty of wire for it. Just make a small handful. That should be enough. All right, 2 for the power, there we go. And then this one will come on over here. And feed that guy. So now, if I did everything right, this should all just start to hum along once I connect the biomass generators. Let's see. Yep. The drills are all starting to go. Here comes the first batch of ore. There's some more coming up over there and over there. Yeah, I might call this an episode, doing a little bit of cleanup and getting some factory stuff going. This is full automation now. We ought to have for iron plates and iron rods. Slow, still not optimized. But we'll get splitters and mergers and stuff like that, and then half of this will get torn down again and redone. So well, that's kind of the nature of the game, really. Of course, when you upgrade, you get to Mark II. The belts, instead of 60 ore per minute, it can carry 120. So that makes things faster, and you can split them more, and it's insane, but a lot of fun. I think also the next thing I want to do is to automate the copper, so we can have wire and cable without having to go back to the workbench. Yep, so this guy's running. We're making ingots, and the constructor has begun, and it's making iron plates. Yep. Going good, going good. Ingots. Just getting started. Oh, this one's working. Iron rods. Alright, here come the ingots on this one. Yeah, so it's starting to make iron rods. This one's going to fill up because we don't have it hooked to a container yet. But this one should just keep on going, filling up the container over here. Already got 2 in there. And 17 iron plates in there. So I'm just going to let this run for a little bit. I'm going to look around at the copper side of things. And maybe come up with a plan on it. And maybe, I don't know. I think maybe before we go, let's take a quick look at where those splitters and mergers are. Logistics. So this really, alright, so we need the plates and the rods anyway, and the wire we now have. So we needed all those things to be able to unlock this, and we're close. So let that run for a little bit, and that's what we'll do beginning the next episode, is we'll unlock these mergers and stuff. And continue on. So anyway, until next time, take care.